Arsenal versus Olympiacos player ratings. Let's go. Starting with David Raya, easily a 9.5 out of 10. Genuinely, the amount of times this guy was getting peppered at his own goal, unbelievable. Genuinely, that save that he made, yeah, in the first half, a joke. An absolute joke of a save. Because I was expecting that to go in. He single handedly stopped us from conceding. What a goalkeeper, honestly. He's, in my opinion, the very best just behind Courtois and Allison, in my opinion. Easily clear of Donnarumma. Start off at right back with Benny Blanco. I think this was his first start in a competitive fixture since his injury, and he looked off it. He looked way past it. He did have some good spells during the game, especially in the second half, but he's got a lot to work on, and he's clearly not at the level that we need right now. And I'm not 100% confident in him replacing Timber if Timber's out for a couple of games. So I think the more that White starts to pick up minutes, I think the more fluid and in rhythm he's going to get. Rolls Royce of a defender, William Saliba, just a standard night for him. Just a normal night for William Saliba. Nothing short of an 8 out of 10. Genuinely, I the way he's so comfortable on the ball, I have no fear that he's ever gonna like lose the ball high up the pitch and then we concede. Very, very good performance from William Saliba. But Gabriel, on the other hand, he went down in the second half, late in the second half, and Mosquera had to come on. But before that, his performance was very good. I'm not gonna lie, especially on the ball, playing out from the back. He does really well with that. The way he's able to link up with Miles Skelly and Zubimendi, the way they both read the game off of each other, Lewis Skelly and Gabriel. So another great performance from him. Great aerial presence in the box. Speaking of Miles Lewis Skelly, no Arsenal player won more duels, 11, won more fouls, 6, or made more tackles, 3 than Miles Lewis Skelly tonight. Wow. I mean, if there were any doubts about him not returning into the form that he was last season, tonight was the night that he showed it. And Calafiori, there is real competition now because Lewis Kelly has just put out a performance that was worthy of me saying he's the best left back in the league. Wow. Moving on to the midfield and Mikel Marino. I was really proud of him. Genuinely, he dropped into the midfield for the first time in a long time, and I was really happy the way he was, coming into the 6 and going back up into the 8. He's really good at rotating. I can't discredit anything he did last night. Brilliant, and he won a lot of fouls. Zubimendi, exactly the same thing. These Real Sociedad boys are top notch, especially on a Champions League night. They aren't shy, all right, and they can get physical, and I like that about them. He's picked up another yellow card, Zubimendi, so he'll have to get a yellow card in the Atletico Madrid game. So does Rice, so that they miss the Slavia Prague game, so that they don't end up missing the Bayern Munich game at home. So these two have a mission to go and get a yellow card in the next game. Man of the match, skipper Martin Odegaard. I was really proud of him. I couldn't really. I was in block 12, right? So I didn't have like a clear view of the game, but just watching his performance back, wow, he was the best player on the field. I said in my YouTube video that Raya was the best player on the pitch, but looking back at it now, this is vintage Martin Odegaard. 23-24, Martin Odegaard has returned. And this is the first time he's played this well in a very, very long time. So, yeah, I'm really excited at the fact that Buzzhead Martin Odegaard, who looks a bit like Conor McGregor, is playing really well, as in really well. And he drops into the 6, goes back into the 8, finds those passes. I really like that. And he also did do very well when we were on the break and carrying the ball forward and looking for options. And the man who got the first goal, he's on a bit of a run, isn't he? I have to make a separate video about Gabriel Martinelli. He scored against Atletico Bilbao. He scored against Manchester City. And he scored again tonight. So that's 2 goals in the Champions League and 1 goal in the Premier League so far. And that's good because this is a little bit of a revival from the Gabriel Martinelli and his partner in crime, Leandro Trossard. He also had a decent game. I think he was really well going into the midfield, holding on to the ball, playing inwards. I really liked Trossard's performance last night. Great defensively as well. And the last man remaining, Victor Gyökeres. I think we've got to be patient with him because we can clearly see the quality's there and he is going to start going on a run of goals. You can clearly see how his instinct to score and shoot is just always there. He was always on it, you know what I'm saying? And I think the balls that Martin Odegaard were feeding to him were absolutely top notch. And the more he goes on those type of runs, especially how he got that goal against Leeds. The more he goes on those type of runs, the more he's more likely to bag. And he was unlucky to get one of those shots just above the bar. But yeah, I'm confident in him going into the weekend against West Ham and scoring.